Hey y'all, welcome back. So for today I'm going to be reviewing a Blue Zoo Aquatics order. This is the first time I'm ordering from them, so I want to see how their stuff looks. I have some fish, some inverts, and a couple other interesting things here. Now this livestock is going in the aquarium back here. It's a 60-gallon cube. But I also have some containers here because I'm going to be putting some of these animals aside, maybe in the sump of the tank, because they're actually going out to a couple customers next week. So I have a couple things here. I have some airline hose because this is going to help us acclimate all the livestock. I also have a HANA checker for us to check the salinity and temperature of what they're coming in at. And some scissors because they come in handy, and some towels of course. So let's get right to it. Alright, here's the box. First things first, you always want to check the packing list. I'm not going to show you guys some of the information at the top, but this is what I have here. So it looks like I have one yellow watchman goby and pistol shrimp pair. I have a flame fin tang, which is a tomini tang. I have a mangrove shoot. I also have some assorted zoanthids. They actually threw that in there as a gift. That's pretty cool. We'll see what that's all about. I have one electric blue knuckle hermit crab. They're cool, they're larger, they're a little more aggressive. I have a customer where they have a hawkfish that bothers their smaller hermits, so this guy should do better in their tank. And I also have some red leg reef hermits. These are just some nice, cheaper hermits to put in your tank for algae control. Also some arrow crabs. These guys are good for bristle worms. I have a customer where bristle worms are actually taking over their tank, so that should help things out a little bit. I also got one for my tank as well because they're pretty cool. They look like little spiders. So it looks like that's all in there, and they all had check marks next to them, which means everything should be in stock here. Heating pad there, keep things nice and warm. Little care package. Okay, so it looks like they gave us the airline hose and maybe even a little food there. And I think there's just some of this stress coat stuff right there. We'll check that out in just a second. First bag. Not labeled. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's our tomini tang. Looking pretty good. It's hard to see him in the bag. It looks nice and small. No visible signs of disease. Really cool little guy. I'm gonna put him aside. This should be our mangrove shoot. So I'll put that right here for now. Here is our red tip hermits. See them in there crawling around. Now, a rule of thumb when you guys are getting hermits and snails, you gotta be careful. These bags sometimes come in really cloudy because you get a couple of these guys that die and then it becomes a domino effect. Like the whole bag just dies off. And you know, that's about as much as they can put in a bag. This is 20 hermits and not that much water, you know. I'd say 100 milliliters or so. So can't really do much more than that. It could create a domino effect. Now here is our yellow watchman goby. It's hard to see him in there. He is in there. And this guy should be pairing up with the pistol shrimp. Here he is. This little pistol shrimp. So we're going to try adding these guys in there together at the same time. Put those aside. Here's an arrow crab. 1, 2. Looks like they're both moving. And 3. But this one looks dead. This one doesn't look like it's moving on us. check that out in a second. Here is probably our blue knuckle hermit. And here is a zoanthid gift. Alright, so I'm actually going to open this up. First thing I'm going to do is look at this arrow crab that looks dead. So this guy, first thing I got to do is actually send an email to the company telling them that I got it dead on arrival. Livestock, I think you have to do that within 1 hour of it coming, so I will be right back. Alright, now I have my own method of how to acclimate new arrivals, but you know, always smart to get as much information as you can. I'm going to see what they have here in their care sheet, or care package. So acclimation guide, there's a lot of information here as to why you should acclimate and the drip method. Turn off aquarium lights, which my aquarium lights are off. I like to add animals when their lights are off. It creates less stress and less territorial disputes. So I think I have a good idea on what to do here. Now the stress guard, that's one thing I'd like to check out. Stress guard by Seachem. We use this great stuff both for new arrivals as well as regular additive for better livestock health, and it works. It is safe for all types of aquarium livestock, reduces stress, lowers ammonia toxicity, antiseptic, promotes healing, provides essential ions. Now the ammonia toxicity is something to take a look at. When you guys add new arrivals to aquariums and you're acclimating them and there's that pH change, that actually can create ammonia toxicity in the water. A lot of times the way these bags are packaged, there's no ammonia until you start dripping a new water source. Science is crazy. It might take a little too long to explain, but that's the long and short of what's going on there. They also have a nice little diet here with omega-3 and immune, some kind of immune booster in there. So that's all good to have, and I might try that out on my fish. So seems like we can use this on all types of livestock. That's inverts and fish. So cool. First things first, I have this bigger container here, and I'm going to put all my fish in there. So here's the tomini tang. And I'm just going to test it out just to see what things look like here. Alright. So it looks like the salinity is at 1.018. So they're keeping their fish in a lower salinity tank, which is good. That prevents parasites and such, but that means I also want to have a longer drip into my reef tank. That's at 1.025. So let that hang there. Now something worth noting and looking at here is our watchman goby. So this came as a pair with the pistol shrimp, so I'm curious as to if this was in one of their fish only tanks or in with their invert tank. So let's check this out. These guys are like, what the hell is that thing coming in my tank? Alright, interesting. 1.018. So, that kind of brings up the question of, you wonder how much of a bonded pair it really is. I mean, if that came from a fish only tank. And let's see where our pistol shrimp's at, just to triple check all that. Huh, see that? That's at 1.024. So, interesting. So in that case, I have just a little bit of aquarium water here just to jumpstart the process. It's okay, it's not much. Just want to release this little watchman goby in here. Water's a little shallow, but it's okay. And let's put in this tomini tang. Maybe I'll in the box a little. There's this guy who wants to be on land. And there's our tomini. So I'm going to put that aside for now. I just want to open up this mangrove just to see what this looks like. Alright, got a nice little, pretty big root. No leaves at the top, but that's fine. It's a shoot. So eventually that will come. So I'll put that here for now. Now the next thing I'm going to do is put all my invertebrates in here. So here is our red tip hermits. All 20 of them. I'm not going to count them because I don't feel like counting. Here is our blue knuckle. Now I haven't seen this guy pop out of the shell yet, but usually when they're dead they're like floating in the bag, so I think he's okay. Let's put him in here and see what he does. Here is our pistol shrimp. Oops. Come on, buddy. There it goes. Oh, he's already kicking in there. I should probably be careful. Oh, he's gonna get these guys, huh? Once he's in the tank, things should be better because he's gonna have his little cave with the goby, but for now it worries me a little bit. So I'm gonna put him in his own little cup there. Here is our arrow crabs. It's crawling out of the thing. They kind of look like daddy long legs, to be honest with you. I'll put this right there. There they are. Cool, cool. And then we have our zoanthid that I'm going to dip in some coral dip. So first things first, I'm going to set these inverts to start dripping. Inverts usually like to have a long drip. You know, I usually do 45 minutes to an hour. Fish, I like to keep it under 45 minutes. So, wow, that arrow crab is literally walking out of the tank. Oh, that's a bad spot for you, buddy. Alright, so let's bring these over here. Just bring those guys right there. It's funny how this ended up here with the suction cup. So pretty cool, they give you a little suction cup here. Just gonna put this right up here on my display tank. Why not? Get a nice gravity drip going. Also smart to just tie this just a little bit. And there we go. Rule of thumb, about 6 to 10 drops a second is the way to go. Tighten it up and you can adjust it like that. Just like that. Then we have our fish right here. And I'm gonna just do the same thing. Then we have this stress stuff. stuff here. I put just a little bit of that. Don't need much. And I'll do it on the inverts too. And that's all. So here's my mangrove. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I actually ordered the Red Sea Max Nano G2. It's a nice peninsula tank, and that's what I got this for. But for the time being, I'm just gonna put it in my sump here, just so it doesn't run dry, of course. And again, this is a chute, so I'm going to basically throw the whole thing in there and just have the tip pop out just a tad. Just like that. I'll see y'all in about a half hour. Alright, now the fish are definitely done acclimating here. The water has almost tripled in the tank. And you can see the fish are starting to swim happily. That's always a sign that acclimation is basically complete. Get the last bit of that water in there. Now, something I'm going to do here is I'm going to freshwater dip this tomini tang. And what that means is I have some distilled water right here. I'm going to put a couple drops of aquarium water in there. That helps balance out the pH. Also, I have another one of these containers that has holes in it, because this is going to be a holding container for this tank for about a week until it goes out to a customer's tank. So I'm going to put this back here. So that's ready. Here is our fresh water. I'm going to just put him in there for a second. It's a little stressful, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. This helps him drop any parasites that might be on the fish. I actually like adding a little bit of aquarium water during this time too, just to ease it on the fish a little bit. Now, they say to do this for about 1 to 3 minutes. So I'm going to do a couple more seconds, and then I'm going to put them right where I want to put them. And we can let that fresh water dissolve in the punched holes I have. He looks pretty good. I'm keeping an eye on him. Also, the Red Sea Max Nano that I have on the way, that's going to be my new quarantine tank. I know these fish are supposed to go in quarantine first, but sometimes this can actually be less stressful. Alright, so I'm going to do one of these. And he's in. Alright, next I have this pistol shrimp and watchman goby. If I can get the goby. Put these guys in the same cup. Maybe even get them to hang out together for a little bit. And I'm just going to set this aside for now, because it's always smart to let them get to know each other first. I'm going to stop this invertebrate acclimation here. So I actually put the arrow crab in with the tomini tang, and I'm just going to drop these guys right in here. I apologize for the glare here, but as soon as all the animals are in, I'm going to turn the lights on, and it's going to be a lot easier to see what's going on. Just drop these guys in there, see if they stick together. It's tough, doesn't always happen. Goby's already out on the other side of the tank. But they say they'll find each other.